Hey, heads up, bitches. Welcome to another episode of Cut the Shit. I am Christian Tucker, giving you just another idiot's view of the world. I will be ranting and raving about this week's crap that has caught my attention for its stupidity or its uniqueness or its newsworthiness, or at least what I deem newsworthy anyways. As always, don't forget to catch us on the web at www.cuttheshitalready.com. There you will find links to hit to subscribe to our podcast. Also, you'll find a link to Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at PLZ Cut the Shit, as well as Facebook. You can go to www.facebook.com/Cut the Shit Already /. Got something good to say or pass along? Do it at any of these locations. Got some putrid shit to spew my direction? Do it there also, dirtbag. We welcome it all. Okay, so let's get this shit going, shall we? Welcome back, guys. Welcome to episode number 3. I'm going to call this one Judgment. Oh, let's move that. So, I am so sick and tired of meeting people who say, I don't judge. Bull fucking shit. You're a fucking liar. You're judging me based on my podcast and what I'm saying. But today's episode is more about these wannabe hipsters, peace-neck fucks who try and sell you on the bullshit that they are better than you and view all equally and judge none. Yeah, okay, princess. So, I've been on dates where the girl will say that to me, that she doesn't judge. I promptly pose her these questions. You found me on a dating website. Did you swipe left or right? Incredulously, she's like, I swiped right, duh. She's not already seeing the road that I'm taking them down, but whatever. Question number 2, why? They then spout off some nice things about me and my profile that triggered them to swipe right. And then I say, and did you swipe left on any guys? Again, cluelessly, they say, yes, they did. I ask them why. And yet again, they tell me why they swiped left on this disgusting guy and refused to give him a chance. I then obviously point out to them that they judged me and those other men. I also explain there's nothing wrong with that and that it's okay. Surprisingly, they agree with me that they did judge, and now they feel better that I told them it's okay. Go figure. They then go on to clarify and say they don't judge non-potential sexual partners. I then like to go to my second round of questions for these blowhards. So, you're at a restaurant, and your waitress is, let's say, 300 pounds. She's got food encrusted in her teeth. They look like they have not been brushed. Her uniform is covered in cat hair. Are you cool with her serving you food and drinks? Of course, I get an immediate, ew, fuck no. I follow up with, why? Well, because she's nasty and she doesn't practice good hygiene. I don't want her touching my food, and I also don't want cat hair possibly in my food. I then point out everything she said I agree with, and so would most people. But I also point out to her that you just judged her. You judged her on her weight, her hygiene, and whether or not you thought she could do her job professionally. It's at this point they try to defend themselves a bit harder than before and explain why it's not judging. Again, I tell her it's okay because her judgment was correct and 90% of the people would feel the same way she did. Hence why restaurants don't hire men or women who look like that to serve your food. Fucking duh. So then I crank it up a notch and I ask this. So you're at a coffee shop with a friend. I ask her if she's a Christian or religious. Most of the times they are not. Funny how they think they are not judgmental and religious people are. Anywho, I tell her that her and her friend are talking and cussing loud enough for the table next to them to hear. The table next to her has a mother and a daughter. They appear to be dressed like they just came from church. She notices the mother gives her a disgusted look whenever she drops the F-bomb. So I ask her, how do you feel when she gives you this disgusted look? Her replies, fuck her and her snotty fucking look. She can go back to Bible school or wherever the fuck she came from if she doesn't like it. I then hit her with a double whammy. So, you judge her for being religious, even though you really don't know if she is. You judge her for being offended by your cussing while she sits there with her daughter. This is when they normally say, well, she was judging me first. As if somehow now it's okay to judge them because they were judged first. It's confusing. So I point out she may or may not be judging you. We don't know for sure. but it's obvious she doesn't want you cussing in front of her daughter. Is that really so bad? That's when they start with, this is a free country bullshit, yada, yada, yada. Which I then go on to say, if she were to come up to you and try to discuss the Lord and church with you, would you listen, or would you prefer she respect your space and not invade it? Of course, she chooses not having the woman invade her space. So I ask her, why is it okay for you to invade her space with your cussing? Like you, she's just trying to enjoy her coffee and conversation with her daughter. It's normally about this point in the date when I realize there's not going to be a second date. And honestly, I find smacking them down with a little bit of truth more enjoyable than the potential fucking I could get with them. I also find it adorable they only go to, it's a free country bullshit, when they feel it will help them. And they seem to be blind to the fact when they spew their anti-American drivel from time to time. Another example, your sister or husband cheats on her. Do you judge him for it? A coworker borrowed $200 from another coworker and never paid it back. Do you judge them for it? There are a million scenarios that happen daily that we judge people on. I judge every motherfucker driving down the road. And mostly, I judge them as a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers who can't drive worth a shit. So, what do I think judgment is? We all judge. Everyone. Every day and every situation. We need to. We need to survive. We need it to, to move ahead in life, career, love. We need it to do all things in life. It's okay to judge. Really, it is. What's not okay is to convict. What do I mean? Let's go back to that fat, disgusting waitress. I see her coming to my table. She asked to take my order. I'm immediately repulsed by her. Okay? I just judged her. She smiles at me and says, "Hi, can I take your drink order?" I look up at her and I say, "Hi, Sarah. I will have a Shiner Bock, please." She replies, "No problems," and leaves. So what just happened there? I judged her, but I did not convict her. What do I mean? So I judged her, and if I had convicted her on my judgment, it might have gone something like this. "Hi, I'm Sarah. Can I take your drink order?" Me, yeah, nothing personal, but can I get like another waiter or waitress, please? Thanks. And that's the polite version of how that could have played out, depending on how big a dick you are. So, it's okay to judge people. We need to, in all honesty, plus it's natural as fuck. We do it subconsciously, for God's sake. But then how do we treat them after we judge them? With respect and dignity and as a human? Then you did not convict them based on your judgment. Or did we treat them like assholes, embarrass them, ignore them, bully them, shame them? If so, then you did convict them based on your judgment. Sometimes that may be okay or necessary too. Every situation is different. I'm not here to discuss the right and wrong ways to treat someone that you've judged. I am here to say that we do judge, and what we do with that judgment is what matters. Do you convict on that judgment or not? But don't you ever try and sell me on the notion you're a fucking perfect being that never judges another human being. Cut the fucking shit. Let me give you one other example of a guy that he worked at a cigar shop that I always went to. Real cool guy. I'll just say his name's Ben. Well, that's because his fucking name is Ben. Anyway, so, hey Ben, sorry for blowing you out of the water just then. So, I'm in there talking to Ben one day, and this is back during the Sandra Fluke debacle, if you want to call it that. I don't know if many of you know who Sandra Fluke is. It's been, 4 or 5 years, something like that now. So you may have heard about it, forgot about it, whatever. But Sandra Fluke was a woman who went to a Jesuit college. So we're talking a religious institution. And she went there to get an education, supposedly. And after being there a while, she got a job there on campus or something at the library or bookstore or something. All that stuff's not terribly important. What's important is that the university, according to her, did not offer birth control. And she felt that this university should offer birth control to her for free. Because, hey, other universities do it and so forth and so on. Again, she's at a Jesuit university. So we're talking about an institution of, run by a religious organization. Whatever. So, she starts making a hissy fit about all this shit. It makes the news, da-da-da-da. And then Rush Limbaugh, I think he got in trouble because he used an analogy of like a hooker or a whore or something paying for sex. Anyways, we won't get into any of that crap. But, so I was talking to Ben about this, and he's going off about these religious fuckers. Listen, I could take religious people, or I could not take them religious people. I struggle with creation and religion and believing it, not believing it, and all that type of stuff. So I'm not here to get into all that crap. But Ben, he was an atheist, and he doesn't believe in God. Great, more power to him, whatever. He starts going off about how these religious fucks are denying her rights, and they should give birth control, and yakka fucking yakka fucking yakka. And he didn't have all the facts. He didn't know everything kind of going on. So I explained to him that, hey, this is a Jesuit university here, and they have the right to kind of do things that they want to do based off their religion at this particular university. And so then he goes off even further about what asshats they are, and it's fucking ridiculous, and all that type of good stuff. So I said to him, why do you think Sandra Fluke went to this university to begin with? She knows it's a Jesuit university. She's not religious. Maybe they had a good program for journalism or nursing school or something. Or maybe she just went as a provocateur or an instigator. I don't fucking know. I have my suspicions, but whatever. But she went there knowing what the university was. So let's just put her on a plane of just being a regular damn woman who wants a regular damn education. And she gets herself a regular damn job at the university that she knows is a religious fucking university. She got the job knowing it was being paid for by this religious university. So you pretty much accept the shit that comes with that, okay? And if you're not prepared to accept the shit that comes with that, you don't take a fucking job. And you don't go to school at a university like that. So I said to Ben, let's just say for shits and fucking giggles, there's an atheist university. And, of course, atheists from around the country, around the world, come to this fucking atheist university. Of course, he thought that was a fucking cool idea. And maybe it is. I don't fucking know. Don't care. So I say to him, after you guys have been open for a while and things are going good, there's no fucking problems, yakka, 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 you have a person who comes to your university, let's just say it's a woman, keep apples to apples kind of thing, and she signs up and enrolls and starts going to classes at the university. After about 3 months at the university, she starts asking board members if she can hold prayer meetings on Sundays, Christian, religious prayer meetings on Sundays. Of course, the school's like, fuck you. No, you can't fucking do that. This is an atheist fucking organization. We don't believe in God. We don't want prayer groups here. So no, you can't fucking do that. I asked Ben, how would you feel about that? And he's like, well, fuck yeah. He goes, the bitch knew what she was getting into when she went there. It's an atheist school. There's no religion involved there. Why would she want to fucking do that? And I just looked at him and said, now, Ben, ask the same fucking question about Sandra Fluke. Why did she do the shit she's doing? She knew what she fucking went to, didn't she? Boom. I saw the light bulb go off in his head. He kind of struggled for a minute or two, and then he came to the realization that he had no fucking argument on this because I was dead ass right on it. And he said, all right, I can see that. You're right. Now that I'm seeing it from a different angle, she really doesn't have a right to bitch and moan and scream. She did go there willingly. Nobody put a gun to her fucking head. She did get a job there willingly. Nobody put a gun to her head. The other interesting point about this whole fucking story is the university did indeed offer birth control. And I guess there's like 18 different varieties of birth control. The university offered like 16 of the 18 varieties of birth control. The two birth controls that they did not provide were basically the morning after pill. And I guess there's two versions of the morning after pill. Maybe the morning after and the afternoon after. Who knows? So, this religious institution, who, let's face it, probably doesn't believe in abortion. But, hey, they believe that, hey, use, contraceptives and let's not have 20 kids if you don't need to have 20 kids. So they offer 16 different birth control devices out of the fucking 18 that are available on the market. Again, the two they don't offer are the morning after pill. So, Sandra Fluke spins it, and the media spins it as this university doesn't offer any fucking birth control. They just want people running around getting fucking pregnant all the time. That or doing ass sex. Whatever. And that wasn't the fucking case at all. Nobody ever wanted to report on the fact that they did offer fucking 16 different versions of birth control pill. They just weren't going to give her 2 pills that she could kill a fetus with. Because that's not what they fucking believe in. And since, haven't we always said people, institutions, stand up for what you fucking believe in, stand by it, live on principle? So you got a university who's fucking doing it, and you got some little snotty brat of a broad, Sandra Fluke. Let's face it, you haven't heard from her in 5 fucking years. Good fucking luck. She probably got 6 kids. I don't understand it. I know I've gone off on a tangent here, and it's not necessarily in the same frame of judging, but it kind of is, because, again, Ben was judging the university and the people within the university for how they were treating poor Sandra Fluke, because the media and Sandra Fluke sold a story that was not entirely true. Once Ben heard all the facts and looked them up himself, by the way, did he see the light of day on the situation and agreed the whole thing was fucking bullshit. So apply that when you're judging things too, and you hear things on a fucking news station, or you read things on fucking Facebook or the internet, or your friend at the fucking convenience store or at the fucking bar that night tells you some stupid fucking fake news bullshit. Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't be a fucking lemon and go falling off the cliff. Do a little fucking research yourself. What have you got to fucking lose? Alright. So, that's it for episode 3. I appreciate it. It was good talking to you guys. Hopefully things are getting a little smoother here as we go. I kind of still don't think so. I think we probably need a few more underneath our belt before we feel 100% comfortable with it. But regardless, I thank you for joining us. And again, as Ron Burgundy would say, stay classy, and we'll see you next time.